Engaged at all times. How Andrew Nembhard and the Pacers held Stephen Curry to 2 of 13. After 3 quarters of bobbing and weaving and dodging bodies to stay as glued as he could to the most lethal shooter the game of basketball has ever known, Andrew Nembhard finally met a screen he couldn't get around. With just over 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, the Pacers' third-year guard was locked onto Stephen Curry, the 2-time MVP, leading three-point shooter in NBA history and 2024 U.S. Olympic hero, just below the foul line with Warriors' second-year guard Brandon Podziemski holding the ball above the three-point arc and Pacers guard Ben Sheppard defending Warriors forward Moses Moody just below the arc at the top of the key. Podziemski threw a bounce pass to forward Draymond Green, who was posting up Pacers center Myles Turner at the foul line extended. As soon as he let the ball go, Podziemski dove down toward the paint and he and Moody closed toward each other, using their defenders Sheppard and T.J. McConnell to create a wall of 4 bodies for Curry to run around. Nembhard tried to split them, but Podziemski stuck his right leg out in what could have been called an illegal screen and knocked Nembhard off balance. Curry got the cleanest of looks from beyond the arc and drilled it for just his second three-pointer of the evening and the first with Nembhard as the primary defender. The shot gave the Warriors their first lead since the second quarter and ignited a Chase Center crowd that had been waiting all night to see their megastar find his rhythm. But Nembhard responded by doing the only thing he could do. He stayed in Curry's face and followed him everywhere he went regardless of what was in the way. And after that three, Curry never scored again. The 10-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA pick and 2-time NBA scoring champion finished with 10 points on 2 of 13 shooting including 2 of 9 from three-point range, and the Pacers' calculated gamble paid off. They had respect for the Warriors' other scorers, but they knew nobody could burn them like Curry could, having just seen him explode for 42 points on 11 three-pointers in the Warriors' 22-point blowout win in Indianapolis last February. They believed if they devoted enough resources to keep Curry from scoring they could handle everyone else, and they were right. With him mostly neutralized on a night that counts as one of the 15 worst shooting performances of a career that puts in basketball's pantheon, the Pacers held the Warriors to 43.3% shooting including 39.1% in the second half to claim a thrilling 111-105 win Monday. It's their 5th straight victory and it gives them a sweep of their 3-game West Coast road trip, a 15-15 record on the year and a perfect 6-0 all-time record at the Chase Center. We made a strong commitment to him knowing that we were going to give up some other things, and we lived with it, Pacers coach Rick Carlisle said of Curry. So it's a pick-your-poison proposition when you're dealing with a guy like that who is an assassin. We have great respect for him. We're lucky he didn't make a few more shots. Some of it was certainly luck. There were definitely shots among Curry's 11 missed field goals that he usually makes, but a lot of it was also Nembhard and the help defense behind him. Nembhard took a similar approach to guarding Curry that the Grizzlies' Jalen Wells did to All-Star point guard Tyrese Haliburton when the Pacers played at Memphis on December 1st. He was face-guarding Curry, and though he occasionally switched when screened, his focus was more on staying with his man rather than trying to stay connected with the rest of the team concept, but that assignment is much easier said than accomplished, because Curry's strength as a scorer comes as much from his ability to move with and without the ball as it does his shooting touch. The 36-year-old remains in incredible condition and he wears defenders out by staying in perpetual motion and using his screening teammates' barriers. You just have to be engaged at all times, Nembhard said. He's never not moving. He's most dangerous when he doesn't have the ball sometimes. He's constantly running. He's constantly a threat. He's in great shape. Definitely one of the toughest people to guard in the league. Curry has dealt with Nembhard before and was aware going in that he was dealing with a tenacious defender. The first time Nembhard faced Curry in December of 2022, Haliburton was out and Nembhard had to not only defend the All-Galaxy shooter, he also had to run the point. Nembhard put together what is still one of the greatest performances of his career, posting 31 points and 13 assists while helping to hold Curry to 12 points on 3 of 17 shooting including 2 of 10 from three-point range. Curry sensed early on Monday that Nembhard was going to be even more up in his business than usual. I think certain guys in schemes where you can tell their job is to stay on me, don't worry about anything else, Curry said when asked what makes Nembhard a tough defender. And if they have the endurance to do it, you kind of love that back-and-forth kind of battle. Yeah, I think he takes defense, that's his role, especially with the staring unit. Whoever the best scorer is, go-to guy, he takes that responsibility. Much like Haliburton did with Wells in that game against the Grizzlies, Curry took the pressure from Nembhard as an opportunity to involve others. He had 3 assists in 8 first-quarter minutes without attempting a single field goal. He ended up with 7 assists, and his gravity clearly led to more buckets that he didn't technically have a hand in. You can't measure Steph Curry's effectiveness by his shooting stat, Carlisle said. because just him running around the court created 7 layups for them. You can really add 7 field goals to his tally? But when Curry tried to get more involved in the offense, Nembhard and others made it difficult. He went 0 of 4 from the field in the second quarter, including 0 of 3 from three-point range, and he had a hand in his face or close to it on all 4 attempts. Nembhard rode him down the lane and forced him into an off-balance fadeaway on his 1 2-point attempt. He was close by for all 3 3-point misses, including an airballed attempt at a halftime buzzer beater on which he and Halliburton were both in his face. At halftime, his only 2 points were on free throws. Curry's first field goal didn't come until the 40.1-second mark of the third quarter when Sheppard and McConnell switched a screen and Curry knocked it down in front of McConnell. His next shot attempt, a transition try from just inside the logo at 32 feet, led to a bucket as former Pacer Buddy Hield grabbed the offensive rebound and laid in a putback with everyone else seemingly in awe of what they thought was about to happen. His next attempt was the three-pointer with Nembhard trapped amidst the screens, and at that point it somehow seemed like was finding a rhythm. But after that, Curry missed his last 5 shots. Nembhard was right there for the first 4, including a missed driving layup. Third-year wing Benedict Mathurin contested his last shot, a 24-foot step-back attempt with 47 seconds left that would have given the Warriors a 1-point lead had it gone in, but Nembhard grabbed the rebound. The ensuing possession eventually led to the Myles Turner three-pointer that ultimately won the Pacers the game.